Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Chuck Collins, and I work at the Institute for Policy Studies. We actually have a New England office in Jamaica Plain above the Sam Adams Brewery. So if you're there on that tour, you see that beer garden, just know that you can come visit us at our office, and the Wi-Fi works in the beer garden. So sorry we're not there, but we're really thrilled that you're here for this conversation with Marjorie Kelly. And I want to thank first some of the co-sponsored groups, the the New Economy Coalition. Anybody here from New Economy Coalition? And Boston Ujima. We have a couple representatives here from Boston Ujima. And actually, we're going to invite Lucas Turner Owens to come up as part of our discussion about things that are happening in this space. But we're going to let him relax and sit back for a moment, a little while. The Democracy Collaborative is our main host, but also thanks to Boston Impact Hub. And we're also thrilled that Brookline Booksmith is here selling books. Great local independent bookstore. So thank you for being here. And it's not too early to begin to think about who might like a copy of this book. Didn't have the good fortune to be here with us tonight. But whose birthday is coming up? Who's a worker ownership mensch who, you just really would love this book, So anyway, so that's a little bit of context. And I'm particularly thrilled to be part of this conversation. I think I was at Marjorie's, the release of Owning the Future a couple years back when her book Owning the Future came out. But I even remember going back a few more years when she wrote a book called The Divine Right of Capital. Anybody familiar with that book? Which really was one of, she was at that time co-founder, publisher of Business Ethics magazine, and was really putting out a kind of understanding that what in the current book she talks about capital bias, that idea that while there are many, many stakeholders to healthy economies, we sort of treat capital as the divine king, and that really opened up. It really cracked open a kind of a conversation, starting 20 years ago, really about what is the proper role of capital in a healthy economy. So we're thrilled that on the second day that the book is actually out, Marjorie and Ted were in New York City 2 days ago, so that was I guess it makes sense to start your book event in New York. You're launching a book because that's the capital of capital and the media center. But here we are in Boston, and we're kind of, some of us are the hometown crowd because Marjorie lives over Salem way. So we're thrilled that you could be here to celebrate the publication of this book, to be part of the sort of first conversations that we're having about it here in Boston. So I'm going to kind of have a conversation with Marjorie, and we're going to encourage her to talk quite a bit about just some of the ideas in the book, where then I'll invite Lucas to come and talk a bit about Boston Ujima, reflect on that, and then we'll open up to your questions, and sometime around 8:30 maybe we'll get back to mingling, buying books, and having informal conversations. So how does that sound?